Guys, what is up? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today is the day I test out my brakes and explain to you guys exactly what we have done. I did tease it in another video and I did say that I'd explain in a little bit more detail exactly what's happened. The brakes, I think at this point, are pretty much bedded in. So what better day than to give them a proper test? So what have we done? We've kept the stock discs from the MK7 R, we've kept them on the car, and we've essentially sourced a 4-pot Aston Martin caliper that we have mixed and matched, if you like, with a pair of EBC RP1 pads, which are absolutely brilliant. Originally, we were contemplating getting hold of the Mark 8 GTI discs. Now, they're a little bit of a different size. So the stock discs on the MK7 R are, I believe, a 340mm by 30mm disc. Now on the Mark 8, it's a 360mm by 34mm disc. So they're a little bit thicker and it's hard to find a caliper that actually fits around that width without it costing sort of, you know, too much. What we wanted to do is we wanted to sort of do, if you like, a budget brake kit that doesn't break the bank, but boy, still blooming stops the car. That is exactly what we've achieved, or rather what VRS has achieved. I've sort of just filmed the process. They did all the hard graft. Brakes are installed. So as I say, we've got a 4-pot Aston Martin caliper with a pair of EBC RP1 pads, and we've kept the MK7 stock disc, which I'm finding is more than sufficient enough to sort of stop and work well with these calipers and these pads, and the result is quite frankly phenomenal. I've given them a little bit of a go yesterday. I think a couple of days ago would have marked a week or so since I had them installed, and they take about a week to bed in. So I'd like to think they've pretty much been bedded in, especially with how much I drive. So what we're going to do now is really cut the talking, get into some more action and put these brakes to the test. Let me tell you, yesterday after giving them a little blast like I just said, oh my days, the pads, the RP1s perform absolutely brilliantly, and they work in beautiful harmony with these 4-pot calipers. Now, obviously you can go out there and spend grands on an uprated brake kit from, you know, companies like AP Racing, Vagbrem, Technic, etc. Oh, that's another thing. We have got the brackets from Vagbrem Technic. We did have to get some new brackets, so those were supplied from Vagbrem Technic. And, you know, I'm not slating any of these brands. You can pay amazing money for some brakes and for some really good ones as well, but you can also pay through the roof for some really, really bad brakes, so you have to be careful. Now, what I've learned recently is that, you know, primarily it does boil down to the pad. That is the main thing that you're looking out for, but there are calipers out there that also don't sort of press the pad that well, and when they actually try and press the pad, they sort of, rather than having the strength to close in, they sort of push on the pad and sort of actually bend outwards, and that's no good at all. So you got to have a caliper that works in harmony with the pad that you are using. But like I said earlier, these brakes stop, so we're going to give them a little test. I think this car is letting me through. Thank you. We're going to give them a little test. We're down some of my favorite roads where I like to film. Guys, I'm going to try and get across to you how well this brake kit performs. Probably like 20% pressure on the brakes there, more than enough to sort of get me round that corner at a good line. Third gear, little pull, straight on the brakes again. It's just stopping, it's just stopping, it's gripping the discs. Those pads are really, really gripping those discs and bringing this car to a stop, and that was probably only about maybe 60% pressure there. So I'm braking a little earlier than I normally would, just because I really want to give these brakes a good test. You know, this is again what I'm doing in this video at the end of the day. Oh, they stop. These things stop. Safe to say we're getting them nice and warm down these roads. This car blows me away every time, I swear. Honestly, every time I get in this car, I have so much fun with it. Beautiful day as well. Blessed day to record. I was worried that Hyundai was going to turn right there and slow me down. This stops. The sensation of speed as well. These brakes are amazing. These brakes are absolutely incredible. It does everything you want for a car that has over 500 brake horsepower. Incredible. Also, we did another little modification when the car was on the ramp. So we installed an upgraded dog bone mount, which essentially keeps the engine more stable in the bay, so it stops it from sort of rocking too far back and forward when you're kind of, you know, taking speeds or accelerating quite aggressively. It does a lot of a better job than the stock bolt, essentially. So it's a really good little install, and I'd highly recommend. Not too expensive. The mounts are only like, you know, 30-40 quid. Mine's from Forge Motorsport. I can already feel the extra sort of rigidity? Did I say that right? The extra sort of rigidity at the front of the car, which is sort of, again, working in incredible harmony now with the rigidity on the rear with the VRS Motorsport K-brace and the, of course, the Evo S Bilstein suspension springs that we have. Honestly, I'm barely applying pressure to these brakes, and they're stopping so sufficiently. With the stock brakes on the car, you know, I got into a routine of having to brake too early and also apply more pressure to get the car to stop, and I'd sort of be tapping the brakes as like I feel as if the pads wouldn't really grip sufficiently enough, and they sort of just would have the disc sliding, if you like, even when the pads are trying to apply pressure. This car's so fun. Just a light little tap before that corner there. Over a little crest. I think a wheel left the ground there. Little tap on the brakes here. Around quite a tight corner there with barely minimal effort. These brakes are fantastic. That was honestly a fairly tight corner, and I just sort of, you know, took that like it was nothing. My camera has left the chat again. My main camera decided to swivel round and for some reason look out of the passenger side window. Yeah, honestly guys, these brakes are phenomenal. I cannot recommend them enough. VRS have done an incredible job with the install. Big thanks to them. This car is just, you know, day by day turning into even more of a beast. I was thinking about all the work that has been done to it the other day, and the list is getting endless now, absolutely endless. Obviously, we've got the Scorpion decat downpipe, the Racing Line R600 air intake, Wagner front mount intercooler, the 3.5-inch stainless steel custom straight through exhaust, the Evo S suspension, the now the uprated brakes, obviously the VRS Motorsport K-brace, the custom Alcantara steering wheel that I've got in the interior, as well as now, of course, the dog bone mount, obviously the tune that VRS has done. Like, it's getting a lot, but it's a monster. It's a monster. What a great car this platform is to modify, and it just seems to become even more capable as long as you're putting the right parts on the car. Let's do a little pull here before the corner that I've got to take while I turn, and just brake. Oh my God. Okay, that was like 70% pressure towards the end as I was approaching that turn. What stopping power? What stopping power? All right, big pull now, big pull. I would have carried on, but see, there's a pedestrian on the road, so don't really want to scare them too much. Guys, honestly, yeah, what a fantastic brake set this is. What a fantastic brake set. Oh my days, more than happy with this, more than happy. It's exceeded my expectations, in honesty. What a difference, that is all I can say. And I don't think I really need to say anything else or do anything else. Guys, if you have enjoyed this video, my camera's done it again, just decided to look outside the passenger window. Come on, stay tight. It can't handle the G-force, I'm telling you, it can't hack it, Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to smash that like button. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you have notifications turned on so you're alerted when I next upload. Aside from that, hope you're all having a blessed day, and I will see you very soon for another upload. Guys, take care, peace.